Alright, here's the ultimate guide to max out your jaw, alright? From a person who doesn't have a jaw. My jaw's really shit. Like, my ramus here is really short, my mandibles recessed, my chin is non-existent basically, but coaches don't play, alright? Here's the best, all the ways that you can actually improve your jaw without surgical interventions, without wasting a lot of money and having to invest a lot of time on it. So you can do this today basically. Alright, the first thing you can do, okay, this is just for everything, is get on a diet with hard chewing foods, okay? And that is going to be mainly like meat, I would say. And what that's going to do is work your masseter muscle, which is located around here. And what that's going to do is add more volume and size to your jaw to give an impression that it's big when it's actually not. When the bones haven't changed at all, you can have the effect of the muscle being big. Now, not only that, if you eat meat, you'll be provided with things like zinc, which will help with testosterone, also helping with bone osteoblast, and also zinc and iodine and magnesium, which are found in meat, have been like proven to help your thyroid function, which is like what's your T4 and T3, what T4 converts into T3, and your growth hormone pathways, which further signal IGF-1 growth, which is the main driver, well, not the main driver, but one of the many drivers of your bone growth on your face, which is going to be part of your jaw. And not only that, there are studies where mechanical tension with, I don't know if it's mechanical tension, but mechanical like usage of the jaw, biting hard foods, they actually help and signal for bone osteoblast for the jaw. So it seems pretty good to eat a lot of meat for your jaw, okay? Now that's number one. Number two is to train your neck. Because if you train your neck, for example, I have a skinny neck, I don't have a neck, but if I were to train my neck, my bigonial width will be a lot better. And in turn, it will just make my jaw more accentuated, like this versus this, which is more like attractive. And also, by training your neck, you can, there's this thing called fascia, and it's intertwined with your entire body. So to keep it short, if you train your neck and your neck becomes strong, it basically creates a pillar or like also some sort of like structural work. Basically, it allows for your jaw to grow. It gives a room for your jaw to grow if you train your neck, because it's all intertwined and it's all connected down your spine and everything, and your body's like a system. But train your neck, it can at least give an illusion of being big. All right. Third is actually beard. Now, I don't have a beard, obviously. I don't have anything for the jaw, this guide. But by having a jaw, having a beard grown out like this and shaving all the bottom part, the neck beard, you're going to accentuate and create more dimorphic illusion of your jaw. Your jaw will be highlighted more, in turn making your jaw appear taller, wider, and more attractive. Alright, another thing is masseter training. Now, masseter training is where you get a gum and you just chew and chew. Now, the best way to do this is by getting a masseter gum, specifically designed to it. I wouldn't recommend getting on any gum because those have like bullshit chemicals that will like reduce your IGF-1, growth hormone, testosterone, other growth anabolic pathways, which is not conducive to jaw growth and other growth around the body, which is what we want. We want to be tall and handsome, alright? So with the masseter gum, if you get the masseter gum, I would chew, and I will do that for around 30 minutes to an hour a day, preferably around that time. If you don't want to go for too much. And another thing is, you don't want to overtrain your masseters. You want to keep the training time short, and depending on your genetics, so the genetics of your masseter, which is again the muscle here, depending on your genetics, I'll flex, and so you can kind of see. You can't see, but my masseter is around here to here. All right. I have pretty average to long masseter, which means I can afford to train my masseter more. But if you have a shorter masseter, like if it ends around here, you're kind of cooked, and you shouldn't train it too much. Otherwise, it will give off that blocky square face syndrome, like this type of face, which, you know, looks ugly. Alright, last thing is fixing your facial bloatedness. You're gonna do this mainly by fixing your sodium and potassium ratio, alright? Now, it depends on who you are and what you eat, but for most people, for 90% of people watching this video, it's gonna be mostly potassium that you're gonna supplement, because foods today have a lot of sodium. They tend to have a lot of sodium. But you don't really have to worry about this. Like, you could just supplement sodium or potassium. If not, you could eat salt if you're missing sodium. If you're missing potassium, you can eat things with potassium, such as like fruits or coconut water. Coconut water's a fruit juice. Yeah, things like that can really help your facial bloatedness calm down. You could also eat a lot of meat. Now me, I'm a little bloated, and it's mainly because Christmas and New Year's I have to eat a lot of slop. Yeah, so that's basically gonna be it for your jaw and what you can do without surgical intervention or, you know, putting anabolic compounds. Things that I mentioned today are things that you can fix right now, alright, for your jaw. Thank you for watching.